Hi, welcome back. I want to talk to you about how dangerous it is when you have managers and their staff who have a numeracy problem. Let me explain. Years ago, in the 70s, when I was studying accounting, one evening, because we used to go 4 nights a week and Saturday mornings, one evening the lecturer popped up with this. It didn't seem to fit in with anything we were covering on that particular evening, but this is what he showed us. He said, if you have a cost price of 100 and your markup is 25%, giving you a selling price of 125, don't forget that this here is 20% of your selling price. If you have a cost price of 100, you add on 50%, I mean 50 Rand, you have a selling price of 150. That is 33.3, etc. of your selling price. And if you have a markup of 100, if you have 100 and you mark it up by 100%, your selling price is 200. That is 50% of your selling price. So one has to be careful about how much discount one gives. One should never give discounts, but anyway. And when he was finished with this, he said, and you guys in retail, because we were all working and that's why we came evenings, he said, you guys in retail, never forget this. So I didn't forget it, but I wasn't working in retail. I worked in a company that did heavy engineering. And not forgot about it, but it wasn't top of my mind. And then I started at a company that did construction engineering type of work. And I hadn't been there very long, maybe a week or two. And I'd heard through the grapevine that we were putting in a quote to an architect for what was quite a big job. I thought, this is good. And our esteemed marketing guy set off and returned that afternoon to say that he got the order. I said, that's great. He said, I just had to give a discount. And I felt this sick feeling in my stomach because I hadn't come across anything like this before. And I said, well, what sort of discount did we give? And he said 25%. Now here's the sick story. Our estimated cost was plus minus 100,000 Rand. To put the 100,000 in perspective, in 1980, you could buy 4 BMW 535s for 100,000 Rand. Retail, no discounts. We had added on 30%, which is 30,000, giving us a quoted price of 130. So, and you could still get work with a 30% margin in the early 80s. Things went downhill after that with the exchange rate, the interest rates, and so on. Now, 25%. So I said, but then, we're not making any money out of this. He said, no, I know, it's tight. We only have 5%. But so-and-so, I won't mention the architect's name, said, look, if you help me out, I'm in a tight budget here, we'll negotiate future contracts with you. I learned that meant we'll screw you in future. But nevertheless, think about this. 130. 25% is 32,500. So our new selling price was 97,500. So we were losing money on this. Now, this is why your people need to understand this bit of basic arithmetic. And some companies have come to realize that mistakes are made that can be quite damaging to your profits, in fact, cause losses. And I had quite a good experience in teaching about this to groups of managers from a furniture company that was spread around South Africa. I mean, I travelled thousands of kilometres. Musina, Polokwane, Bella Bella, Johannesburg, everything from Richards Bay around the coast, including Umtata, Port Elizabeth, George, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, Kimberley, and this is what I taught them about. Now, of course, one has to be quite careful when offering something like this, because you don't want the people attending to think they're on an ABET, adult basic education thing. So I did start off with a bit of business school stuff. I explained the profit triangle to them, which fits in with this, and it apparently worked very well for them. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, you could subscribe if you liked. We don't bombard people with videos. And also, if you felt somebody would benefit from this information, then you could forward this to them, either by tweeting it or sharing it on WhatsApp and so on. That would be good. Thank you.